Okay, guys, welcome back to my channel. This has been a long-awaited video. Today we're gonna be covering all the questions you guys wanted Brian and I to talk about. So how we met, when our baby's kidding to do. So we're just gonna get into it. Oh my god.
Hey, so I understand that Haley got a bunch of questions on her Instagram in regards to how we met and a lot of other things. So let's start. How did we meet? We met at a wedding. It was my buddy's wedding. We went to the Air Force Academy together, played lacrosse.
Are you just gonna take over? Are you just gonna answer all of them?
Maybe.
Okay.
We played lacrosse. We got stationed in California together, and I got invited to his wedding. And Haley was the photographer.
Yep.
And I saw her from afar. She saw me from afar, and she was staring at me through about 5 different heads.
That's not true. That is not true.
Anyways, one of my friends, Nate Ruby, his mom found Haley and tried to set me up with her on the spot.
I'm gonna tell the story now. Okay. I'm gonna take over. So keep in mind, this wedding is filled with like all military guys, and they're typically shooting weddings. I don't want to shoot the groomsmen because they're usually drunk and they're annoying. And
I wasn't a groomsman though.
You weren't a groomsman, but you were in full uniform, like daddy. So fast forward, during the reception, my friend Nate's mom comes up. She's like, hey, and she'd had a few glasses of wine to drink. Haley, you gotta meet Brian. He's my favorite friend of Nate's. And then she like pulls Brian, and basically for 10 minutes, she just like talked this poor guy up. And it was one of those situations.
It felt great. It feels good to get your tires pumped every once in a while.
Okay, well then that's odd because you were standing there and you were acting super awkward.
I didn't know what to say.
I was just trying to give you the out for this story because
she was pumping my tires, and what am I gonna say? Yeah, that's right. I did.
That's what I'm saying, but you just said you were like, I loved it, blah blah blah. You did not. He was standing there like literally just in my mind, from my recollection, like this, just not saying anything and smiling, and I'm like, this guy is very hot, but also like slightly socially awkward, and also I have to go work, so like I don't know what's going on. I think you asked me out that night or said we should get dinner sometime. So I said no in a nice way. I was working.
I don't think she said anything. She goes, okay, that sounds okay. You know, you were nice.
Yeah, I was nice.
You said okay, and then you went off like it's a thing. Like, hey, we should hang out sometime. Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. So then the next day,
we went to a bar in Hermosa Beach. We went to a bar in Hermosa Beach.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Is it black? Is it black? Stop it.
It's a whisker.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Stop it.
Stay right there. I'm gonna get it.
Oh my god.
There's actually 2.
There's 2?
Just stay right there.
Oh my god, guys, this is love right here. Please don't hurt me. Those are, what kind of, those are needles.
There.
Please don't hurt me.
It's long.
It's long?
Yes, it's long.
Is it black? Is that white? Is it white?
There's one more.
Oh my god. This is the thumbnail for the video. Brian plucking like fucking, what do you need, silent? Shh. That is a thick piece of hair.
So the next day we saw each other again at a bar in Hermosa Beach.
Yeah.
And she was filming everybody through the phone, and
during beer pong, per usual.
And I obviously wanted to talk to her, and she comes up and puts the phone on my face.
and
I said, like, I want to talk to you, not to your phone.
Can I ask you something? Yeah. No, I can't ask the phone something. I have to ask.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that.
And because I knew at the time, I knew he was gonna ask me out, or like I had this feeling you were gonna ask me out, and I got nervous, and I've been drinking, so I was like, my go-to when I'm drunk and I get nervous is to run away. It's like my thing apparently, because I did that too a few times. Anywho, so we start talking, and our friend Haley Sapp, so the bride, was like, you should talk to Brian, like he's so sweet, blah, blah, blah. Thanks. But I was like doing, I don't know what I was doing.
That's right. So then, you know, weeks, months went by, and we talked a little bit back. Are we going to go through the whole love story?
Yeah.
Or like how we met? That's just how we met.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. No, I feel like you guys want to hear the full love story.
That's another question.
Let's get to the point where we started dating. Let's just stop there. We'll get to when we started dating.
And a lot of editing.
It's fine. I'll tell. This is good. People want to hear this shit. I would. Okay. I love details. Don't you guys love details? The color of the sky and the brick on the ground was a burgundy red. So we met at the wedding. Then the next day we were at the bar. And then basically 2 weeks later, we were all going out to Mackay in Santa Monica to go dancing, me and my girlfriends. And I had texted Nate and Nick, and I think like looking back, I like wanted to hang out with you subconsciously, but it wasn't a conscious thought.
I don't think she did.
I think I did.
It's okay.
Well, I did. I just loved you, but I didn't know it, but I did. So anyways,
Alright.
we get to Mackay, I invite the guys, and Nate texts me, Nate Ruby, and he's like, hey, my friend Brian's coming, hope that's cool. And I was like, sure, yeah, whatever. At this point, I have pink hair because we're about to go to Coachella, and you loved that.
That was cool.
Yeah. So I'm like 2 tequila sodas deep on the dance floor. Christina's like legs are in the air twerking, my best friend. And Bryan walks, stone cold sober, walks up to me in the middle of the dance floor, and he goes,
Oh my God.
would you like to go to dinner with me? No, sorry, skipped a part. He goes, hi, I'm Bryan, introduces himself. Keep in mind, 2 weeks prior, I'd met him at the bar for the second time, given him a ride home. And he goes, hi, I'm Bryan, nice to meet you. And I go, dude, because I'm drunk, I'm like,
I don't
dude,
think it went like
it
that.
Did. I go,
it did not.
yes, it did.
That sounds stiff and rigid. I came up and I said,
I mean,
hey, I'm Bryan.
You weren't stiff and rigid, but you were very direct, which I like about you. He was very like, hi. I mean, guys, but honestly, ladies, I love it when guys are just say what they want, you know?
Yeah.
And a lot of guys beat around the bush and are little pussies, and you're not a pussy.
Okay.
So yeah, it was fucking hot.
All right, I'll take it from here. So
No,
I said, hold on. I said, hi, I'm Bryan. And I said, like, do you want to go to dinner sometime? And then it led to me asking for her number, and she said, yeah, you can get it from one of my friends. Like, and I'm thinking in my head, well, why didn't you just give it to me? Why do I have to track it down from one of your friends?
And I was not trying to play hard to get, y'all. Seriously, I was drunk, and he goes, okay, would you like to go to dinner? And I go, okay. And it caught me off guard, and you go, really? And I go, yeah. And that's when I ran away because I was drunk.
No,
and
but there was a point there where I asked for your number, and you said you can get it from one of my friends.
I think, yeah, sure. Anywho.
And then so I'm in the car ride home with Nate, Richie, Nick, Haley Sapp, and I said, Haley, can I get her number? They were like, yeah, you can get it tomorrow. I was like, okay. And so I got her number, and I kind of sat on it for a little while, like thinking, oh, do I want to text this girl who told me to go track down her number from a friend, like a little treasure hunt?
No. See, this is the thing, babe. You're messing the story up.
This is gonna be. We could talk for an hour about how we met.
I would tell it quickly, but you're just missing important details that make a story better.
You're missing pertinent details that you want in the story.
Exactly.
Go.
That make it better.
And go.
So essentially, he gets my number and doesn't text me. So like another 2 weeks go by or a week goes by, and I text Haley, the girl who introduced us, and I'm like, is that guy ever gonna text me? And she's,
That guy.
He's like, I don't know what I said.
That guy.
Oh my God. I don't know if I called you
Okay.
that guy. I was like, is he gonna text me? She's like, he hasn't texted you. I said,
Hey, is
no.
Weirdo from the wedding gonna text me ever?
That is not what I said. Is that what I said?
Maybe.
That's not what I said. So lo and behold, Bryan was like trying to play hard to get a little bit, which it worked.
I wasn't trying to play hard to get at all. See, girls think
Yeah.
we're playing these games.
No, I
these
think
games
you were
are
trying to play hard to
these
get.
games we're playing. They're not.
No, I think
we're
you were
playing.
trying to get.
We're not
No.
playing mind games. We don't do that.
I think you were like playing a little bit of a game.
No, I think I was thinking, what is this girl trying to have me track down her phone number?
No, but okay, but also that is a attractive quality. It was like, I'm not gonna just like fucking bow down to this girl. Like she can text. I don't know.
I was thinking this girl wants me to go find her number from a friend when I asked her right there.
I was drunk.
I could have pulled my phone out right there and you could have put your number in, but instead I had to go ask a friend, one of your friends, for your number.
Are you still mad? I feel like you're mad about
No,
this.
now that we're bringing it up, I remember.
Are you mad?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so fast forward 4 months, because basically in that time period we tried to get together, but I was like kind of dating other people. He was working every single weekend, flying to DC and
I was
whatever.
way too busy to hang out. I was way too busy.
So then fast forward, one of our friends has a housewarming party, and this is June at this point. We had met in March, and I just randomly I thought about him, and you popped into my head. But I had actually been journaling about you for like months, which is weird looking back now. Like there's a lot of weird things we can include, but again, he wants me to keep the story not an hour long, so we'll go for that. But I texted him, I was like, hey, are you going to this party? And he said, I don't know, are you? And I said, yeah. And he goes, well, it looks like I'm going.
So then we met at the party.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It was like,
I mean, I was obsessed. Basically, I walk in the door, I'm so fucking nervous. Like I'm going to this party, and all of a sudden I am like heart pounding. I'm like, fuck. And my friend that was with me was like, are you good? Like, is there a guy here that you're meeting? And I was like, hi, like, sort of. Walk inside, Bryan is immediately in the kitchen. He's like, hi, Hales. Or I think you already called me Hales at that point. And I got so nervous that I go, hi, and then made a beeline outside to beer pong and was like trying to, get myself freaking confident, I guess, whatever.
very bashful.
So then, which is not like me, and as y'all know, shocking. And so basically I'm outside and I'm like, bitch, get the fuck inside. Like, you're confident, you're hot, you're badass, but you go inside and you talk to that guy. And I was like, okay. Talking to myself, get inside. I'm like, we're doing shots. Like, who wants shots of tequila? And then basically I could not keep my hands off of you. Like, I was so obsessed with you.
All right. It's not.
Is it Gabriel?
No, it's not. It's not. It's a female St. Michael.
We can't win this guy.
And then I went home with you that night, and the next day there was.
Well, we went back to Nate's house and we hung
yeah.
out, and then the next day we went to the beach together.
Yeah, well, I spent the night, but we didn't sleep together on the night one, but, you know, shocking. We could have, but you were a sweet gentleman, whatever. So then we're at the beach with all these people who I was with the night before, but didn't know they were going to be there. I show up in the exact same outfit that I was in, so that was good. And then basically from there...
Yeah, she was wearing a yellow dress and Marilyn Manson white boots. It was cool.
It was cool. It was cool. My jacket was cool, too. So then we started dating. That's how we met, and we're gonna get to another question because it's 20 minutes later. Okay. Does Bryan have a brother? Can he set me up?
I've got many brothers. Yeah.
The band of brothers.
Yeah.
No, you don't have a brother. You have a sister.
Genetic brother? No.
Yeah, but he has a lot of hot single military friends.
And non-military friends.
And also non-military friends. You have a lot of hot friends.
I have a lot of friends.
You have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
You're a very popular
Single
person.
friend. Okay.
Yeah. What does Bryan do?
I'm in the Air Force.
And what do you do in the Air Force?
Finance. And I work on space programs.
Guys, I didn't know what he did for like 4 months. I still don't actually know because he's...
We don't...
We can say that.
No, we don't.
We can say that.
No, we cannot.
Okay. Okay, this is a good one. How did you and Zaddy Bry have the convo of moving in together, taking that step?
It was, you know, we had a down period of not being together.
It's fucking brutal. That's a whole other story.
Yeah, it was tough, but there came a point, it was the beginning of the pandemic, and I showed up at her doorstep, and I talked to her, and I said, look, like, I've already dated you, I know who you are, because by this point she had come back to me and said, you know, I'm sorry, let's try this out, you know, I think we're really compatible, and I just like couldn't accept it for a little while. So beginning of the pandemic, I came to her house and I said, I've already dated you, I know what you're about, I know who you are, like I don't need to see anything else, my intentions going forward are a lot more serious. So
yeah.
So then like from that point forward, before I got deployed, we hung out every day, and then I got tasked to deploy to the Middle East, and so I put all my stuff in storage, and it just like kind of we didn't really talk about it. The plan was,
yeah, I feel like we don't talk about a lot of things. We talk about a lot of things, but it just naturally happens.
the plan, yeah, it just like kind of happened. The plan, it was like kind of subconscious, like, all right, my stuff's going in storage, when I get back I'm moving in, and we didn't really talk about it. It just happened.
Yeah. To give y'all like more context too, that night at the party, like I just knew that he was my person like immediately because of how I felt. And then we dated for like a month and then broke up because I was going through a lot, dealing with a lot. He was dealing, his dad had passed a year prior, so he was dealing with that, and we just needed to like work out a bunch of stuff individually, I think. And so he had mentioned like we were apart for 7 months, 2 times because I broke up with him. Then I tried to get him back a month later because I was, when I say devastated, for like a month I cried every single day. Like it was honestly the worst time of my life. Like it was horrible. And then I tried to get him back. He said no. Then I tried to get him back again. He said no again. And so then I was like, fuck this, I'm gonna date. And then I started seeing other people, and of course like that right before COVID is when he literally showed up at my doorstep. And obviously we had like a lot of stuff to work out and work through, but I think everything with us is like, it just feels very easy, like natural.
Yeah.
And I don't mean
fluid.
easy.
It's natural.
Yeah, like it just makes sense. And I've dated, and so is he, people in the past were like, I would say, yeah, I'm gonna marry them. Like, yeah, this is whatever. It was just like not, like now that I know you.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm like.
Easy.
Let's see. How long have we been together?
On and off for 2 years.
Yeah, on and off for 2 years. It was, I mean, we don't have an anniversary. Like, we don't really know. We were talking about this the other day. I was like, I've never really been an anniversary person when you're not married, because it's like, once you get married, then that goes, I don't know, it's just kind of weird to me. And it kind of already feels like we're married, but we're not, so. When is Daddy Bry proposing? I'm just kidding. I don't want to know.
Yes.
Yes. I don't like I love surprises. If honestly, I would be shocked. He's pretty much told me like everything happening up until this point, and I don't want to
What do
know
you mean?
anymore.
I haven't told you
You're just
anything.
really bad at keeping secrets when you get excited.
Give me the thing.
When Bryan
My
gets
turn.
excited, he can't keep a secret. Okay. Why do you like each other? What do you like most about me, and then I'll say what I like most about you.
I like your heart. You're kind. You're nice to others. You're a forgiving person. You're understanding, and you're fun to be around. Like you said earlier, it just feels natural. Like I don't have to be a certain way.
Yeah, I think literally the same things about you. Like you're just the kindest person I know. You're so loving. You make me feel good about myself every single day. And you are so fun to be around also. Like Bryan is the least moody, dramatic person on the planet. He's very like even keeled, easygoing, and always just like happy. And that's my favorite thing about you.
Good.
And you're generous. You're very generous with your time, with your money.
Thanks.
And you're really hot.
Yeah, you're gorgeous too.
Okay. Oh, what's our favorite date night that we ever did together?
At
Pace.
Pace.
We had this date. There's this place in Laurel Canyon called Pace, and it's an Italian restaurant. It's phenomenal. You have to go. We just had the most like
It was
romantic.
fun. Yeah.
I think that's like when we fell in love,
Yeah, it was fun.
right? When did you
Maybe.
fall in love with me? That's a good question.
What date? Hour? Minute? Second?
Yeah, second.
I don't know. It was just like my one of my best friends, Brad, told me this quote. It's like I fell in love like I fell asleep, slowly then all at once. It's like you don't really know. It just
Yeah.
kind of happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with you from night one. I was like, okay, pet peeves about one another. Wait, I already said my favorite things about you. Okay, pet peeves about me.
Pet peeves.
Like, me picking my nails, me picking my face.
She has a fuse that's short. I mean, if I said short, that would be long. So it's like very, very short. It's shorter than short. A very short fuse. No, it's honestly she's good. I don't really have.
I feel
pet
like
peeves.
I feel like your pet peeves would be me picking my.
No, I do that to help you. I don't care. You can do whatever you want. I'm doing that to help you. My only thing is like
My pet peeve is that you fall asleep 5 minutes into any movie that we watch.
I love that.
It could be 7 p.m. We turn a movie on.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever argue? If so, how long until you're back at being cuties again? Heart.
Yeah, of course we argue.
Yes, we definitely argue.
Arguing is natural.
Yeah.
Because two people are not going to agree on everything.
I'm definitely like the more voice raiser, yeller, whatever. Bryan is more chill, but we're very similar. So like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, we argue. Like, there's things that.
Yeah, and we bicker too.
Yeah, but then we get over it because usually he just makes me laugh, and that usually turns the mood around.
I found that's a pretty good tactic. In like very tense times, I'll try and find something and make her laugh, and as soon as I see a little smirk, a little smile,
I can't be mad anymore.
then I just keep going.
Yeah. So the 7 months we were apart, I told you guys it was really awful. It was like really hard. And I prayed like every day. And I had so many visions of Bryan as my husband. And this was like super complicated and hard because we weren't together. So like I had all these like knowings and these feelings and this like faith that God had given me, but there was no proof of it. So I was literally just relying on what the Spirit, I feel like God had told me. And so I would write down my prayers. I'd write out like, I walk through my house and I would literally say like, thank you God that X, Y, and Z, and praying for Bryan, praying for us. And I just knew we would end up together.
Yeah.
And it was hard. Like, I mean, like getting my girlfriends back on board because, I mean.
Well, it was like for when we were apart, like she, I mean, for a while I felt unaccepted.
Yeah, to give y'all context of that, it's like I had grown up super Christian in a very like conservative household. He grew up Jewish and Christian, like culturally speaking, and like the church that I had gone to for a long time was like, you have to marry a Christian, you have to be dating somebody who's X, Y, and Z. And like deep down in my spirit, I was like, okay, well, I care more about like their personal relationship with God and also their heart and like their character. And so I was just dealing with a lot of like inner battles of like him not looking like what I had been told that I should marry, but in reality that what I've been told I should marry wasn't true and not what I wanted.
Once you realized that I only sometimes wear the yarmulke, it was okay.
It was okay. No, but I mean, yeah, it was like a very hard season. I don't know how to like,
it was just navigating. We were just navigating.
Yeah.
No one knows all the answers. So I did what I thought was best for me, and she did what she thought was best for her. And maybe at certain
then I instantly regretted it, and I said, "What the fuck have I done?"
Like at certain times, maybe it wasn't what she
Kosher.
wanted or what I wanted, something like that. Yeah, but long story short, full circle, we got back together.
Yeah.
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 What else?
Let's see.
When are you getting engaged? Yes.
Soon.
Any awkward moments at the beginning?
Yeah. I mean, when I first met you at the wedding, it was like kind of
That was awkward.
awkward.
I will say awkward. Haley's very outgoing, and like this is a public setting. This is kind of foreign to me.
Yeah, like being on camera.
this isn't-
YouTube, random people watching us talk.
This is awkward for me. This is hard for me. But
Yeah,
I
that's
love
okay.
you, so I'll do it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's like, yes, what a trooper. No, I mean, I think I don't think there were like really many awkward moments once we started dating. It honestly was the opposite. Like I feel I was so comfortable with you. And I was nervous. Like, when you first start talking to somebody or dating somebody, I'm like, oh my God, like, is he gonna text me? Like, I was stressed out. I'm like, does he like me? I don't even know if he likes me. And, but then like I said earlier, like he's such a direct person. And like, I never questioned where I stood with him. I never questioned like how he felt about me after like a week. And because I remember the weekend we met, hung out, took me to my first date, and then I left to go shoot a wedding in Houston. And that whole weekend I was like, Sarah Partain was with me, and I'm like, I don't know if he likes me, like he hasn't texted me like a lot today. And Sarah's like, dude, chill out, like you're good. And then that night he called me with all of his guy friends, and I was like, we're back in, like when your confidence is like back up and you're like, he likes me, like he called me with his friends in the room.
From Milky Boys, he got the number. He got the number.
And so then I landed back in LA, and I get a text from him. It's a Sunday, and he's like, hey, would you like to do dinner tonight? And I was like,
you make me sound so rigid. Would you like to do dinner tonight? I said, hey, do you want to do dinner tonight? That's how I asked it.
Is that not what I just said?
You said, hey, would you like to do dinner tonight? I sound like a robot.
Okay, well, you didn't sound like it's a text. You couldn't have sounded robotic.
So I probably said something like, hey, do you want...
I think you said, hey, I would love to do dinner tonight. Are you free? And I was like...
I think I said, hey,
oh my God,
do you want to
babe.
do dinner tonight?
Great, it doesn't matter. The point is, you were sweet and you
The
came
details
over.
matter.
That's what I said. That's why I wanted to give them details. And you were like, babe, cut to the chase. And he came over, cooked me like a fucking amazing salmon, all this shit, and packed it up. And at the time I lived in Valley Village, so we lived an hour apart. And just like showed up with all this stuff.
I came over with my cooler.
Yeah.
And I
cooked me a really nice dinner.
I marinated the salmon, pre-cut the salad.
Yep.
Fruit.
It was so good.
Yeah, it was cool.
As y'all probably know, well, if you don't know, if you follow him on Instagram, he is an amazing chef. Like, such a good cook. Cooks every single meal.
Learned a lot from my buddy Scott Huey when we were living together, stationed in Ohio.
Ohio. Oh, what about this one?
Hold on. If he has any single friends I can date, we got Tommy McKee, Brad McBride, Johnny Valentine, Austin Smith.
So many.
Jack Casket.
So many.
Mike Spiata.
Damn.
That's all I can think about right now, but I've got many more.
I think there's more.
I
think you have more friends than that.
That'll do,
I think.
That'll do.
I think you got more friends. Do you guys 69? No.
And with that, we gotta go. We're gonna go to our house right now. But thanks for listening. My favorite
Do
thing
you
about
love me? Do you love me? Do you love me?
Haley does this little sweet voice that I love.
Would it be okay if you give me a back rub? Or, I'm really hungry, and I need some food.
Your sandwich is right there.
I know, I'm gonna eat it soon.
Yeah. I love that. It's very cute.
He's like, babe, can you? It stems from Marcel the Shell, and it just evolved over time.
Guys, we could do a part 2 later if you want. Thank you. Hopefully I wasn't too awkward. I love this woman.
I love you too, baby.
That was actually fun.
Yeah.
This is foreign to me, so.
No, you're doing great. You're
I do
honestly
it because
great.
I love you, not because I want to.
Well, and I understand that now. That is a thing, and I love you too. And yeah, if y'all want to see us do a part 2 or you have more questions, comment below. Let us know. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Please subscribe to my channel. Like this video.
And actually, now that I think about it, if you want me to do it, there are certain things that I want to do because you want me to. You know.
And that's okay.
Like, this makes you happy, and I want to help you.
Yeah.
I like this. Yeah.
Yeah, you're supporting me.
This
It
was very
feels
fun.
good.
Yeah.
See, yeah, that's sweet. That's sweet.